right. So this is unscripted for sure. And so I might just call it that. But I was on my way home and all surrounding around the theme of being a servant and being a prophet that serves. The topic came out to me and stuck out to me that was profoundly interesting. And it's a very simple sentence. And the sentence was, you are not that important. Or, in other words, he stated that you are not better than them. So it was actually very sobering because I'm always examining my heart, and sometimes we as Christians can become very religious, and we can think that because of what we do every morning, if you're praying and fasting and doing everything that you feel that God has called you to do as a Christian, you can start looking at those things that you're doing and think that it gives you more brownie points or it makes you better than the person who's not doing all of those things. Now, yes, I think that with our relationship with Christ and how we build in the Spirit, it will give us different advantages and different access points, and also a greater demand in the Spirit. Like, that is given. But on the same note, within the same sentence, paragraph, and phrase, we should also have a conversation about how just because you pray, just because you hear from God, just because you're fasting, maybe 7 days or 3 days a week, it doesn't mean that you're better than anyone else. The Bible says that we're all saved by grace through faith. And so without grace, no one would be saved. And so making sure that we're checking that posture, not looking down on people because of what they're not, because at one point you were not, and not over-examining people, assessing the situation as if from a place of pride and as if you're better than anyone else, because we're not. I am not better than anyone else just because I fast and pray, but it doesn't make me better, because all of us, if in fact we step into the grace that God has called us to step into and step into the responsibilities that God has called us to step into, can have the same access points, can have the same advantages, but it's all through grace. And so that was a word that the Lord told me to share. And I'm just going to leave it here and let's think about these things, because specifically as a prophet or a prophetic person, we must be conscious of how we look at ourselves. The Bible says, don't think too highly of yourself. And so we must be conscious of our conversations within ourselves and the conversations that we have within our own heart posture in connection to our worth, and connection to our value, and connection to how we feel. Because a lot of prophets, they hear from God, and because they hear from God, they think they're better than everyone else. But we are not. We are just servants. We are just those who come alongside. We are just those who collaborate and have the voice of God for the people, but it is a collaboration. And within that collaboration, we yield our senses, our abilities to the Father, and it is a service unto Him. So that's all I have to say about that. And we'll be back again with some more tips and other things in connection to your servant, the prophet. Stay tuned. Peace out.